Hello, and it's Tommy Oldham here, and today it's finally here. It's our last away game of the season. We're playing away at Yeovil. Now, the win on Tuesday night against Southend means one thing: we've now mathematically confirmed our survival and that we shall be playing National League football next season for a second season. We also know now that Yeovil have been relegated to the National League South. So you could argue there's nothing to play for today, but believe me, having a top half finish is something to aim for, especially when we've had all these years where we've been finishing the season lingering down near the bottom or in relegation zones. Not very early, but Boundary Park, under the sunset, the moonlight and the floodlights, what a beautiful scene. Obviously, we had a really good win the other night against Southend, 2-0. First half, they came at us. We were on the back foot most of it, but we were able to get something at the end. A good goal from Reed, a sloppy error by the keeper, mixed up with the defence. But you know what? You need that sometimes in football, that bit of luck. I didn't see all of the second half. To be fair, I was actually a few minutes late to the first half. But Yardy, Hogan and Sutton all put in good performances. We worked hard. We looked comfortable. They didn't sit back, they pushed, they pressed us, but good to see Tollett involved, nice build up and a great ball played through to Chapman, great finish. I just think if we'd done a bit more of that fight early this season, we could have been a lot higher, but it sets the tone now for next season. 3 wins in a row, 3 clean sheets in a row. Let's just maintain this good form and keep on pushing forward. We've really dented Southend's playoff hopes now, and if they lose this weekend and Bournemouth and Bromley win, then they're out the playoffs. But I still look at Southend a year ahead of what we are, as this is only their second season in the Conference National League. But I'm hoping we go one better than them next season. Obviously right now I'll give you an in-depth talk about who we're playing. Obviously Yeovil at home, there's not much to say, they're relegated. Obviously we're safe. Yeovil were one of the poorest teams I've seen this year at Boundary Park, so I'm not surprised we've got relegated. The league's lowest goal scorers as well, as that straight away tells you a problem. I hope it's just not some non-existent dull affair. We go out, still aiming for a top half finish, a nice buzz at the end of the season, give the fans something to laugh about, a bit to smile. Obviously, we know we're not going down, but nice to finish the season on a high and going into a game where we're not on edge either, but in a bit of positive spirits on that away terrace. Well, we're hoping they're standing, but in that away stand state. Two great bits of news this week. One, season ticket sales have already gone past the 1,000 mark, which shows a lot of fans are buying into Frank Rothwell's mentality of wanting to take the club forward, wanting to progress it both on and off the pitch. It's good to hear his ideas. He's a very forward-thinking businessman. Let's hope some more season ticket sales for next year, and hopefully there will be a promotion push challenge. Also, the news that the club are keeping the academy is fantastic news. Yes, we will always be in competition with the bigger clubs such as United and City, Liverpool, Blackburn, Leeds. Yes, it is hard to get a team of just local young lads that are all older and through, but it does give that opportunity for youngsters to aspire to a dream that there is a potential pathway to get into the professional game, playing for your local team, or if you're just a player who's young, who's abroad, and has that potential there. We like to bring our own through players. It's a tradition. We've got a history in doing it. Here's to many more playing on the blue and tangerine jersey. Obviously, we are playing Yeovil. I don't need to go too much into them. We've played them enough over the years, and there's a lot of info in the video I did earlier in the season. But just a recap, they won the Conference or National League, as it's now known, in 2004. 2005, they got promoted from League Two. I always remember 2007, where they lost in the final of the playoffs to Blackpool, the League One playoff final, but they had an entertaining playoff game with Forest, where they hammered them in the second leg. I'm sure it was 5-2. They got in the Championship in 2013, and since then have suffered 4 relegations. Next year they'll be in the National League South. I do feel for them, I don't hate them, no animosity, they've always been a friendly club. I've never actually seen us win yet at Yeovil. The one year I remember us winning, I didn't make it because my train got held up in London. For me, they've got a good chance of coming back up next year. The Conference South doesn't seem as tough as the Conference North, and quite a few clubs who have gone down have returned at the first attempt. Obviously Maidstone and Torquay are in there, so really all 3 of them will be looking to get back up, but only 2 can come up, so it's a big challenge ahead of them. And they've got a few derbies, Taunton and Bath, although it looks like Weymouth, one of their arch rivals, will be getting relegated this season as well, as they're in a struggle. And it's sad when you see teams drop like that, but that's just the way football is. They were took over a few months ago, so maybe now that'll help them rebuild next season and get back. I'm still hoping we'll go down there and we get a win today, and I'm hoping they'll do something they've never done when I've been there, and that's open the standing areas. Also, I want to now look at the promotion and relegation, how it affects us. So in League 2, if Rochdale don't win today, they are relegated. They're away at Stockport and they need to win every game to have any chance of staying up. They have had a bit of a revival, but have left it too late. Above them is Hartlepool. Now Rochdale would need Hartlepool win today, because Hartlepool play Crawley, who are 1 place above them. So win for Crawley anyway, Rochdale are down. For me, I'm not married, I've been to both grounds, Hartlepool, Crawley. Neither of them are particularly favourite grounds, but Hartlepool's a bit closer. But Hartlepool have to beat Crawley, or it gives Crawley the upper step. Now if Hartlepool do win today, it still means Harrogate and Colchester are not effectively safe yet, but theoretically it's going to be 2 from 3, which I said was Rochdale, Hartlepool or Crawley. I do feel for what's gone on at Rochdale at the same time, they gave us enough stick last year, so you know what, when it happens, welcome to the National League. And it'd be good to have a derby back as well. Obviously, something's been said about the lad on social media who went to Salford with an Oldham scarf. I don't hate Salford at younger level, I can understand why he went to Rochdale the other night. One, it is proper shithousery, but for me, that's something good to do. But if we're playing at home, I'd rather watch my own team play and support them. But that's just my opinion. If Wrexham win today, they're champions and are promoted back to the Football League. Notts County then look likely will have secured 2nd place. Chesterfield and Woking have already secured playoff spots. Then it's between Barnet, Boreham Wood, Bromley, Eastleigh and Southend. Southend lose today, they're out of it. Eastleigh lose, and it looks more than likely they won't be getting in. Now at the bottom, we know Maidstone are down. We now know Scunthorpe are down, and we know Yeovil are down. Torquay had a bad defeat the other night, and it looks more than likely they will join them, especially as their last game of the season is Wrexham, and although Wrexham may have won the league, it won't be like we'll rest a few players. They want to win the game, especially with the cameras there turning it into a big celebration. But if Torquay do manage to pull it off, Maidenhead, Aldershot and York aren't safe, but I believe Aldershot have still got to play York. Also, the promotion to National League race is hotting up. At the top is Kings Lynn, and in 2nd place is Fylde. Now up to 11 teams can still make the playoffs. Chester in 3rd place have already secured their playoff spot. In 4th place you've got Northamptonshire-based Brackley. In 5th we've got Scarborough, the club have got a bit of history, Frankie Bunn's famous 6 goals. In 6th place you've got Alfrington from Derbyshire. 7th we've got Gloucester, who we could have played in the FA Trophy had they'd beaten Gateshead. In 8th you've got Darlington, another ex-Football League will be reformed. In 9th we've got Curzon Ashton. Now Curzon do have a game in hand, but they still have to play both Fylde and Kings Lynn. In 10th we've got Buxton from Derbyshire, so it's not too far. They're a bit of a heroic story, obviously doing the Unibond level last year, Northern Premier League, whatever you call it now. In 11th we've got Chorley, it's not too far, they've got a cracking old school stand there. In 12th we've got Kidderminster, another ex-Football League club. We played them in the FA Cup a while back. Famous for the food, the pies. I thought the pies were massively overrated in Hanging. In 13th place, Spennymoor from the North East. So it's quite interesting. The thing is, between 4th and 13, it's so close. Like, and what makes it more interesting is these teams are also going to play each other as well, so it's more like going to be in the league to who gets in. I'd hate to predict who it is, especially when you think of the gap between Fylde and Chorley and the rest of them. If you're that form team going in, it could prove very vital. Now the National League South is more straightforward. Ebbsfleet have won the league already in promotion. Dominic Polon, ex-Oldham players, their top goal scorer, has been banging them for fun. The playoffs are more straightforward. 2nd place Startford, 3rd place Oxford and 4th place Chelmsford have already secured their spot in the playoffs. Obviously St Albans, Worthing and Braintree the next 3, chasing them at Eastbourne and Havant and Waterlooville, while for an outside chance are both Farnborough and Tunbridge. So looking at it, I'd think probably Havant have got a game in hand, so they could be the ones that could be the outsiders. But other than that, I don't see many surprises or many teams pipping them. Obviously, people are asking me about my fancy dress. Well, before we get to this year's effort, here's a few of my previous efforts and a few others over the years. While Paul Gascoigne's making an appearance at Oldham tonight at Higginshaw, Gary Lineker's going to be here today at Hush Park watching Yeovil for Oldham. Let's hope it's an entertaining game. I hope you all had a good laugh at the costume. End of the day, it's a bit of fun, harmless. If you like it, brilliant. If you don't, you don't. If you think, why is everything dark today, or a lot of edited, basically, as you can see here, my phone, the one I've been using, broke, so I've had to go back to this old device and I feel like a dinosaur on it. I dread to think how long it's going to take to upload this. 3 final shout outs. Congratulations, Leighton Orient, on promotion to League One. You've shown what it's like from a club that hit rock bottom and that can bounce back, and also the solidarity your support has shown Oldham Athletic during our times under the Lemsigans, supporting us with joint protest and at your ground. Congratulations. I'm Richie Wellens. I've got no grudges against him with what went on at Latics. Hopefully you'll do well next year. Good luck to Avros in their chase for getting into the playoffs today, and especially good luck to Chadderton FC in their promotion playoff game. The last time Chadderton won promotion was in the early 90s. I remember him in the late 90s being demoted for ground grading reasons, and now they've not been up from that division since. I know they were in a playoff a few years ago. All the best, lads, and let's just hope this OL area jinx can go. Anyway, outside it's absolutely pissing it down, so I don't think that costume will be on for too long. Enjoy the game, everyone. Safe trip, and I'll see you on the terraces, and here's to an Oldham win. Come on, Oldham.